Over the past few days, I got to play the Street Fighter 6 beta. I missed out on the first time around, but this time I finally got a code and I was more than excited to jump into it. Before we jump in though, I just want to preface that I'm a longtime fighting game fan, but that certainly doesn't mean that I'm good. However, that won't affect my opinion of the game. It may affect the gameplay though, you'll get to watch me get tossed around online, but I'm not going to say the game is bad because I suck. Maybe the COD community could take some notes. One other thing, the matches that you're seeing in the background were actually streamed live on my Twitch, which you can always check out at twitch.tv/RatedEm. I stream kind of just whatever I'm feeling, and sometimes I stream with other creators, so if that interests you, then go give it a follow. The first thing I noticed was that a lot of the character designs, the colors, the music, it's all very reminiscent of Third Strike's hip-hop aesthetic, which, come on, who doesn't love Third Strike's hip-hop aesthetic? And of course, all the stuff I just mentioned is amazing. I love the way the characters look, I love the music, I love the colors, it's all amazing. And maybe it's not so much a hip-hop aesthetic as it is more just a modern aesthetic. It's very live stream and social media driven, it's pretty cool. I'm not really sure what engine the game runs on, but wow, it looks amazing. The quality of characters, especially the effects, are beautiful to look at. Gameplay is pretty standard. 6 buttons still remain, hold back to block, nothing's changed there, but Street Fighter 6 has added a new control scheme called Modern, which basically lets you do auto combos and one button specials. It's intended for new players, and personally I couldn't get into it. I immediately jumped into classic controls on my arcade stick, and then went back to try out the modern controls, and it just left a sour taste in my mouth. Maybe if I stuck with them since the beginning I'd get a hold of it, but as someone who has a decent understanding of fighting games, I actually found it more difficult to use. It felt okay on pad, but my difficulties overall more so came from my fighting game subconscious reacting to certain things, and the buttons to react with weren't there. For example, if I needed to use heavy kick to anti-air my opponent, I'd go to press RT, but RT is the button you hold to do auto combos, so I ended up getting hit. And as I mentioned, the gameplay is standard. The game doesn't really feel all too different from something like Street Fighter 5 or even Street Fighter 4. Depending on who you ask, this could be a good thing, but I wish they added just a little bit more into the game to make it unique from the others. There is one noticeable new feature added in, however. This new feature, called the drive meter or drive gauge or drive something, allows you to parry and do focus attacks from Street Fighter 4. I'm sure there'll be someone out there complaining about how parries need to be a true show of skill, it must be 1/8 of a second like Third Strike, but honestly I don't care. Attach it to a meter or not, I won't notice. Overall, the Street Fighter 6 beta is a pretty good time, but there's one massive flaw the game faces. It's just not intuitive. Let's say you want to go into training mode. Well, you're going to have to sit down at one of these arcade cabinets, pick a side, and then select training. Now, at any point in time, some guy who's fueled up on 3 Red Bulls and has been playing every single Street Fighter game every day since the series started can walk up to your arcade cabinet and challenge you to a fight. This puts you on an unspecified timer every time you hop into training mode, because when you're in training mode, you're in the game. You can't see the battle hub around you to see if someone's about to sit down at your cabinet. Now, let's say I want to change the character that I want to play as. You have to hit start, profile, now hit X, now pick your character. Now the next game you load into, you'll automatically be that character. You're a Guile main and want to try out Ryu, but forgot to change your character after a best of 9 set? Well, fuck you, you're throwing sonic booms for the next 3 minutes because you can't even quit out of games. And notice how earlier I forgot the name of the drive gauge? Yeah, maybe that's because I didn't learn about it because there's no tutorial. You know how shocked I was when I got hit with a drive impact the first time? I thought I got comboed so hard it sent me back to Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 6 is looking really good so far. Hell, this is just the beta and the game already looks finished. New additions are welcome, and tried and true mechanics are still sticking around this far into the series. However, this game is missing simplistic features that make the experience more annoying than it needs to be. I know this is just the beta, but these are things that should be in not just every Street Fighter, but like every fighting game ever, hell, maybe even every game ever, and they're just confusing and redundant and annoying and sometimes not even there.